Hello, hello, hello. Anita, whoops, Anita Dawn from Cell Pilates, but some of you might have noticed I'm starting to rebrand as Senior Fit Solutions, which covers a bigger umbrella of helping seniors, that's people over 50, 60, particularly over 60, particularly women, to get stronger, more mobile, less pain, and live better lives through exercise classes, talks, workshops, and whatever I can do to help educate people. I think once you understand what's going on, then you're more motivated to perhaps do the exercises or take action with what you eat. So this week, I'm going to be doing every morning about 3 to 5 minutes. Knowing me, it's probably 5 to 7 minutes, but 3 to 5 minutes about the hips, painful hips. I have quite a few clients that come to me with hip pain, and some of them have been diagnosed with osteoarthritis and some of them haven't. They're just putting up with the pain, and I'm thinking, well, is this necessary? So I've been doing a little bit of research on this, and every morning I'm going to focus on one area. So today it's a bit of an introduction, and just to say that there's about 80,000 hip replacements every year in Britain. Now, hip surgery is quite major surgery, but because it seems like everybody around us is having a hip replacement, doesn't mean to say that it's totally safe, totally effective, or whether it's the best route for people to take. People are often introduced to orthopedic surgeons, and I think we should remember that surgeons do surgery. Like, I wouldn't attempt to do surgery, but I do rehab through exercise and nutrition. So that's quite a lot of people. That's about 60% of those are women, mostly older women, and 40% men. Okay, so there are ways that we can prevent it and reduce the pain, even get rid of the pain. We've got to understand that mostly the reason why we have pain in the hip, it's usually the front of the hip, is because of imbalance in the muscles. All of us are tighter at the front of the hip from a lot of sitting down and just not stretching out those muscles at the front of the hip, and also weak in the glute muscles. Now, the glute muscles are really key in stabilizing the pelvis and the hip joint, but most people are very weak in the glutes. Although we use them for going upstairs and sitting and standing, we don't really have to use them. We can use the hamstrings, and other muscles can take over, and the glutes just tend to be a little bit lazy. So today is just an overview of what we're going to be doing for the week, and I hope that you will stay with us. And it is in my new Facebook page. I hope you will go along there and like it. All right, so tomorrow I'm going to be looking at the exercises that we can do to help rectify this imbalance. So what happens when we're tight here and we're weak here? The pelvis tends to tilt forward. Okay, and then we get that narrowing of the front of the joint. And then over time, the cartilage gets rubbed away because of this imbalance, this misalignment of the pelvis, and then you get bone on bone. So cartilage can regrow, but it takes a long, long time. So better to prevent this. So if you know that you've got weak glutes, you better come along and start working those glutes. And everybody needs to stretch out their hip flexors, their iliopsoas muscles at the front of the hip. So there's a lot of reasons why we have this imbalance. So I will be going through them again during the week. But as I've mentioned, tightness in front and weak behind, and then you get a tilt of the pelvis, pulling forward, and then the wear and tear on the cartilage. And that can lead to osteoarthritis, degeneration in the hip. And unless we take action and rebalance the exercises, then a hip replacement isn't really going to solve the issue, because it's only going to happen again, or perhaps in the other hip. All right, so Tuesday, tomorrow, that's Tuesday, we're going to be doing some exercises. So come along, wear some stretchy, comfortable clothing and get yourself a mat. And then on Wednesday, we're looking at the stretches, really just the basic, the main major stretches and strengthening that we need to be doing. And Thursday, we'll look at nutrition, really very, very important to help regenerate the hip area, and apart from the whole body. And then on Friday, we're looking at mindset, the ABCs of mindset, because if your mind isn't in the right place, you're not going to take the action. And if you don't take the action, then you're not going to get the results. Alrighty. So I hope you'll join me every day. The recordings will stay in the Facebook page, but it's always good that you're there at the same time live, and then you can ask me some questions. We can interact in the comments there. Alrighty, so thanks for watching, and I hope you will tune in to my hip hip hooray tips during this week from Monday to Friday. That's the 18th to 18, 19, 20, 18, 19, 20 to the 22nd of March, and it's nearly Easter. Alrighty, so I look forward to seeing you then. And even if you don't have any hip issues, I think it's just our lifestyle. We can put up with so much, but when we get older, the body is less tolerant to imbalances. So I think everybody could perhaps do with watching my 5-minute tips daily. All right, you guys have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.